That's rich people with FU money. And that's what's happening here with Elon Musk. But more than one thing can be true at the same time, because he can also be human being and be so pissed off that he didn't get what he wants that now he's willing to burn down everything as just a giant FU. And this happens with wealthy people all the time. They get angry and they get mad, so they use their money as FU money. You know, they go into a barbershop and the barbershop doesn't get the haircut the way they want, and they throw a big fit. And then what do? They buy a barbershop across the street, not caring if the barbershop is ever be successful or not, but just try to harm the person that they're pissed off at. A great example is when my wife and I, we went to South Carolina. We were visiting there as we're thinking about buying a house and moving out to South Carolina. And while we're there, we're doing the tourist stuff we're doing on these tourist events. And they were walking us through the city and kind of telling us about all this different history. And one of the parts that stuck with me is that they were showing this house, this really old fancy house. And then next to it was another fancy house. And then on the other side of that fancy house was a stable. Because see, back then they used to build the houses right on top of each other. I mean, literally, like there was no room between them. And you had one rich person that wanted to expand his ownership of land. So he was able to buy 2 slots down a house, but he wasn't able to buy the one in the middle because the person in the middle was also rich and they refused to sell it because they wanted to keep that land. So in a giant case of FU money, then what the person did with the other property they bought that was on the other side is they tore down that house just out of spite. And then they built a stable there so all their horses' poop would fly into the house of the person that refused to sell. That's rich people with FU money. And that's what's happening here with Elon Musk.